Hey y'all, this is Destiny tuning in with today's Daily Diamond. Hey family, as always, I would like to say welcome to anybody who is new and checking out my podcast. I thank you for the support. As of yesterday, we are officially over the 4.5K mark. And I'm kind of sad because I've got to figure out what we're going to do, what I'm going to give away. But I'm not really sad. It's a celebratory reason. So if you are listening, make sure you're following me on Instagram because I'm going to make a post sometime later today. I need some ideas for this 5K giveaway because I don't know what to do. So this date, it's approaching faster than I assumed. So it's a good thing, but I'm a little worried. I want to do a big 5K giveaway. So make sure you guys comment. Now, before I jump into today's topic, you know that I have to thank my sponsors. Up first, we have the only hair that I wear. Make sure you check out Sade for your lashes, your bonnets, your bundles, your closures, and your wigs. Make sure you check her out for those mink lashes, especially because she just released a double layer mink lash, and I'm really excited about that. Then, of course, we have my best friend, Tiana Nate. Make sure you guys are following her on Instagram so you can be kept abreast of all that she has going on. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share, and comment on all of her videos because I am sure that her $50 giveaway winner will be announced soon. Then, of course, we have the only lip gloss that I wear, Kisses by Chelly. Make sure you guys check out Shelton for your lashes and your lip gloss. As soon as Shelton is out of lip gloss and lashes, there is a little secret. It's not really a secret, but she's going to begin selling merchandise. So make sure you guys check her out for those lashes and lip gloss deals, especially before that product is discontinued. And last but not least, we have our up-and-coming braider, Lisha. Make sure that you check out Lisha for your braids, your ponytails, your buns, and your curls. And now on to today's topic. And as always, before I jump into the topic, make sure if you shop with any of the ladies, you let them know that Destiny sent you. Now, officially on to today's topic. So today's topic is communication. I really want to take some time to talk about communication. And this one doesn't necessarily have an age or a stage or a relationship status or any of those things. But I really want to talk about communication because communication is freaking paramount. I don't care who you are and where you are and what situation you are in. You have to literally communicate. And so as a human being, as an educator, as a mother, as a wife, as all of that, I am literally required to communicate at all times. And I'm okay with communicating in my workplace. I'm okay. Not really. I kind of suck at communicating with my friends. But like in my personal life, I've had to learn, especially as being a wife and have been a wife for almost 7 years, that communication is freaking paramount. And it is so interesting to me as I watch other couples get married and watch other couples grow. My other best friend has been married for 10 years and I literally kind of watch them and I've paid attention to how they do things. But communication is so very key. And even though they communicate in their own way, like I'm really happy to say that I've been able to watch my best friend communicate to her husband successfully for 10 years. And I don't care where you are and what you're doing and where you find yourself in a relationship, without a relationship, married or not. You really have to learn to communicate. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. I don't care what situation you are in or what predicament you are in. You really have to put yourself in a place in which you can open your mouth, right? It's just like if you're struggling with something. I tell my students all the time, how do I know if you don't understand something if you don't tell me? I can never tell if you don't understand something if you don't open your mouth and say, hey, wait a minute, slow down. Can you explain this? Can you tell me this? Can you tell me that? And that rule literally applies in every aspect of our life. So I don't care what it is that you find yourself doing. You literally need to be able to communicate. You literally have to be able to communicate. It literally is like a life or death situation in a lot of instances. And I don't mean life and death in terms of your life and your death, but I mean the life and or the death of a situation or a predicament or whatever. And so I meant to record this episode like over the weekend and it kind of sort of slipped my mind, and so I'm bringing it back. But every time I talk about things, I find myself back on social media, right? And so you know how we write Facebook statuses and people take it the wrong way or people take it a different way. And so interpretation is in the eye of the beholder, and it really truly is. But whatever happened to us communicating in a form or a fashion that made sense? Like when I have conflict with the person, I can't do my conflict in text messages because I don't know if my point is going to get across in written form. Like, I have to do my conflict in a verbal form. I really need to do my conflict in a face-to-face format. And so I don't know what happened in which we decided where social media was like our place to vent or our place to attack people or our place to bully people, because that's all I see it as. Like, social media is not that, and it need not be that. We literally need to put ourselves in a situation and in a predicament in which we can vocalize our concerns. We can vocalize the things that are bothering us. We can vocalize the things that are working and the things that are not working, be it face to face, be it over the phone, but you got to be able to communicate. And that means that you got to be able to have a vast vocabulary. Like, you got to be able to say what you need to say to who you need to say it to so that you can vent. I don't think it's healthy, and I don't think nobody would disagree with me. I don't think it's healthy to walk around, harboring all of these bad feelings against someone or against something or whatever the case may be. Like, whatever situation you find yourself in, you must figure out a way to communicate. You gotta do it. And I hate confrontation, but I have learned that in all that I do, confrontation is sometimes healthy and confrontation is sometimes necessary. So if you've got to get into a confrontational thing, that just is what it is. Don't go in there with a hot head, but go in there with this understanding that you have a right to get your point across. You have a right to say all that you need to say so that you can say what you got to say and you can do what you have to do. Ultimately, it's about us, right? We have to put ourselves in a predicament where we can grow and where we can prosper, and we cannot grow and or prosper if we're walking around harboring some type of hatred or some type of problem or some type of whatever towards someone, right? It is so funny to me. Like, I've watched so many people grow and had so many friends, or thought I had friends and lost friends, and the literal reason that we fell out or we didn't get along at work or whatever the case may have been in my life, it was literally because of lack of communication and lack of clarity. Understand that when you say something, and I'm learning this too, especially with my relationship with my mom, and I appreciate her for it. Like, just because I say something one way, it doesn't mean that it's interpreted that way. And so you have to be very, very careful how you say things and how things come across, because interpretation is in the eye of the beholder. But when you communicate, you got to communicate with clarity. You have to be crystal clear and absolutely sure that what you are trying to say is what is coming across. And it may be sometimes, and I hate to sound like such an English teacher, but when we lack vocabulary, right, we lack the ability to communicate clearly. Everybody doesn't communicate in text speeds. Like, I don't like having arguments over the phone. And in a message, I mean, when I say over the phone. Like, I'm not about to argue with you over the phone in a text message. I need to do this vocally and I need to do this verbally. Now, I do have to write my arguments out because I'm not good with confrontation and I want to be able to get everything that I have to say out. And like, that was a trick that my mom used to teach me. So she used to say, well, if you got to deal with something, write out all your points. Write out everything that you want to say, because that's how I think. And then once you write out everything that you want to say, then say it. Go over it. Make sure that you include everything that you need to include for your sanity and for your safety, so that you can say everything that you need to say and that you have to say. But do it with a cool head. And doing it with a cool head means that you go into this confrontation with the idea of exactly what you need to say and that you have the ability to say it. Don't argue, don't fuss. Just say what you need to say. And so today, when you focus on you and think about you, think about how you could communicate a little bit more clearly. Think about how you could communicate something that you haven't communicated. Think about how you could say or do something that you haven't done before, and how doing that thing that you might be afraid to do might put you in a better place, right? Confrontation is healthy and it's needed, but communication is needed, and it's so much more healthy. We are adults out here. We are young people out here, and we've got to be able to communicate ourselves, our feelings, our thoughts, our emotions, like all of that stuff, especially because people will walk around harboring all this stuff and then they blow up. And then you're trying to figure out why the person is so mad at you and you don't even know what you did. You literally got to be able to communicate. If you are a married individual, and I ain't been married long enough for nothing. But I can tell you that communication is key. Don't walk around upset or mad at your mate about something that you didn't say. Say what you got to say. If you mad because they didn't fold the laundry, say that. If you mad because they keep leaving the juice out, say that. Literally put yourself in a predicament and in a situation in which everything that you need to say is out when it needs to be out. Don't harbor or hold anything. If you got an issue and you're in school and you got an issue with a teacher, be it your grade, be it the way you feel like you're being treated, say that. If you're grown and you got an issue with a supervisor, say that. If you're grown and you got an issue with a colleague, say that. Literally say or do whatever you need to so that you can be happy and you can be healthy and you can continue to focus on you. And communication is a part of focusing on you. Do whatever you got to say. And have a person that you can vent to too. Have a person you can run your arguments by so that you can make sure like that you're not crazy. Both of my best friends are people I run my arguments by, or they run their arguments by me. And I'll let them know like, no, I wouldn't say that. Or yeah, that sounds right. Or no, this doesn't sound right. Have a person that you can vent to too, because that's healthy. I got to run my stuff by somebody before I say it, because I can be really, really vulgar and I can be sometimes rude. And so it's okay when you communicate. If you got a ref, you got to run your stuff by before you do whatever you need to do. But literally put yourself in a predicament and in a situation where you can communicate and communicate clearly at all times, because it's a necessary component of everything that you do. And so today, when you focus on you and you think about how you could communicate more clearly. And this is Destiny signing out with today's Daily Diamond. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day.